Welcome to another Mordu and Glory review. Today we will be taking a look at this battle mat by Gamemat.eu and one of their terrain sets. This is part of the second lot of terrain that I've got for the channel now, and it's hopefully going to be featured in a lot of battle reports. So let's take a nice close look at what Gamemat.eu has sent us. So the battle mat that we're taking a look at today is the Imperial base one by Gamemat.eu. They have an Imperial base and they have sort of like a ruined Imperial base and a ruined city one. A lot of their mats are clearly focused for 40k. Very sci-fi, lots of terrain that you can clearly link to different battlefields in the 40k universe. So this is Imperial mat, very obviously some kind of Imperial base. They also have things like swamp ones, jungle ones, and industrial wasteland ones as well. The terrain set that they sent us is the industrial, sci-fi industrial terrain set. And as you can see, it comes with a lot of different pieces. You get one very large generator, 4 smaller generators, 4 cargo containers, and 2 of these sort of stacked up tubes, and 12 small crates. So in one terrain set you get absolutely everything you need to set up a battlefield, and we already have a battle report recorded on this map with this terrain set. So taking a look at the quality of the terrain and of the battle mat itself, all this stuff is resin, all pre-painted, comes straight out of the box, and you are able to start playing with it. It's actually really good. This particular set is very good for creating line of sight blocking terrain, which is something that's very important in 8th edition. Really helps limit the ability for gun line armies just to blast you off the table. So I highly recommend the quality of this terrain. It's very weighty, got a good weight, and the painting and the quality of the resin is very high as well. Taking a look at the battle mat itself, the design is, pretty detailed. You've got little bits of drain here. You've even got a bit of sort of spillage next to the drain. And also, one thing that I really like is these sort of areas here. They're clearly good for slapping a generator in, but also they mark out a 12-inch zone, so it's really easy, especially if you're doing Dawn of War, just to crack on, and you don't even need to worry about where your deployment zone is. The quality of the mat itself, it is Gamemat.eu just offer the one kind of mat. It's the mouse pad design. It's really high quality, nice and chunky, got a good weight to it, and the dice feel really good when you're rolling them. In terms of sort of transportation and packaging, this game mat does come with one of these really handy sort of black bags for them, so really easy to roll it up and pack it straight in there. This terrain comes really well packaged in polystyrene, and it's really well wrapped up, no damage whatsoever when I opened the terrain. And also it's all well moulded, so you can just slot the bits of terrain straight back in, so very easy to get out and put away. Now, just to be fair, the only sort of problem or con I would say is with this terrain and battle mat is it is quite expensive. The battle mats are some of the more expensive ones you can find on the internet. There are cheaper ones available, but the quality is very high. You definitely are getting what you pay for. The terrain as well, very high quality, but with that quality comes a price. I believe the price of this particular terrain set is about 120 euros, and this battle mat is about sort of £65, 65 euros. So it is pretty expensive, but it is definitely worth every single penny. If you can save up and you can get it, I highly recommend it, because this terrain is good for any mat. It's very high quality, comes pre-painted, and for the amount that you get, it's probably still cheaper than buying from Games Workshop. And if you did buy from Games Workshop, you would then have to build it, have to paint it. So this is probably, even though it's quite expensive, you're basically buying it in one big chunk. So that's why it costs a little bit more than if you were buying it maybe, it feels like it costs a little bit more, but then if you're buying it individually from Games Workshop, it would probably be a lot more expensive. So that's the terrain set and the battle mat. Hopefully this will give you a good idea of what you get when you buy from Gamemat.eu. Must say that it didn't take very long for this to arrive at all. It got here in a sort of 5 days, which is pretty speedy considering I think it was coming from Poland. But yeah, really high quality, really, really good. I would say the last thing I want to say is Gamemat.eu is pretty much the golden standard when it comes to battle mats, especially in Europe. So you definitely get what you pay for, and if you can afford it, I would highly recommend that you take a look at their website. There will be a link to this battle mat and this terrain set and to their website in general down in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.